We've arrived at the Verde Valley Thousand Trails. Each campsite has different things about it that are nice or not so nice. This campsite, when you come in at the entrance, is up high. It's got a great view, but there's not a whole lot of shade. So we went kind of to the back of the campground to get a little bit more shade. But where we are at our site is harder to get cell reception. It's spotty. But one thing I really like about the camping experience is just the opportunity to slow down. And in a quiet campsite that's peaceful, that you don't have all the regular to-do things at home, at your house, you can just sit, you can just relax. We've been trying to be intentional about sitting outside in the evening with our propane fire bowl, just sit out for a few minutes. We're able to sit and play games, which we don't tend to do at home. And we're able to talk, and we're able to maybe discuss some things that we wouldn't discuss at home. And since we're in such a close space together, closer even than at home, when we just talk about things, and we're reading through a new book about intimacy. A lot of times we think intimacy is just sexual, and that's just a part of it. There's intimacy that goes a lot deeper than that. It's connecting as a person, connecting emotionally, spiritually, as well as physically. So we've been working through this book, and it's been great. It's had some great questions and pointing out some areas in our life that have been overlooked. And this has been great. It's been just an opportunity to just really connect in a way that we haven't before. It's been really, really fun.
I've been thinking about this trip where we spend time on the road and we travel for 3 to 4 months. And people ask, how can you stay in a small trailer with your husband 24/7? And, there probably were some days that it would have been really hard, but this trip is the most beautiful time I could ever have with Buzz. We are just getting closer to one another. We're going through a book called Total Intimacy, and we've been working through it, and we've been trying to put into place some things to build intimacy. Like last night, he played Uno with me. Now, Buzz is not one to always want to play games, but he's doing it and being vulnerable and learning to connect with me. We had the most fun last night. Oh my gosh, I lost, but it was so much fun. We just laughed, and then after we played, we put on, the radio was on, and there was just some music that was really fun paced music, and I just pulled him into, onto the floor off of the seats that we're sitting on here in the booth, and just started dancing. And I've just never felt closer to my husband. And I'm looking forward to how we're going to grow and learn and become more intimate on this trip. I just had to share that.
Well, today was a really fun day. We got up and we went down to Prescott. We decided to drive into Prescott and go to one of our favorite hiking places, the Highlands Center for Natural History. And of course, it's gorgeous there. It's a great place to hike, a nice view, and there's a lot of shade there. There's a bubbling brook. It was nice and cool in the shade. I mean, it was just gorgeous. And there's a great view there. Up when you get up high and you're looking around, it's just absolutely fantastic. So after we went on a short little hike, then we decided to drive downtown to Prescott, and we went to the courtyard square around the courthouse, and lo and behold, there was like a dog day event for dogs. People brought their dogs. They had products for dogs, food for dogs, brushes for dogs, pet care, you name it, whatever the pets needed, they had it there. And there were dogs were all around there, and they had music playing, and just people were walking around, and the dogs were walking around. Some of them were barking at each other, and it was just hilarious. It was just fun to see the people with their dogs. And I almost forgot, we stopped at one of our favorite places in Prescott, Frozen Franny's, for a frozen fruit bowl, acai bowl, or pitaya bowl, whatever. She got a different one than I did. And then we walked around and looked at the dog show. And then we went shopping at a couple stores, went out to eat, and drove back. And it was just the right timing to come back. I mean, we were ready to come home and be back. So we just had a great, fun day. It was just a special day going down to Prescott. We just love it so much.
Well, here I am again. Sharing with you about my days here at Verde Valley Thousand Trails. It's been a little warmer, but the evenings cool off, and we can sit around our fire bowl, because it's propane, and enjoy the evenings until the bugs start just biting us. Found out we had a bunch of ants, and they attacked us. I had like bumps all over our legs. But anyways, it's been enjoyable. I've gotten back to my walking. I walk up this hill. I mean, it's a big hill, and it winds around and back down. It takes me about an hour to do it. I usually do that every day. I started back with some of the weights, doing my arm weights. And we've been playing some games, enjoying that. Oh, I enjoy playing games. I got Buzz to play garbage, and we've played Uno and Play 9. Enjoying those. And we got to go into Cottonwood and see our friend Sue. And then we went into Cornville and saw Buzz's aunt and uncle and cousin. And they even let us do some laundry, which we really needed to do after 2 weeks. Found out Verde Valley Thousand Trails doesn't have a laundry facility here. Come on, folks, let's do that. Most of them have. The Thousand Trails have laundry facilities, so that really stinks. But anyways, so we did that. We went into a Mexican restaurant called Adriana's, which the lady there, the owner, Adriana, she makes vegan food, and she said, "I'll take care of you. And I won't hardly have any oil in it, and take care of you." So, it was really good food. Took home some leftovers. We'll probably go back there again with our friend Sue and her husband, Jim. And then today was fun. We got to go to Highland Center, and we hiked a trail, which we've done many times, and just enjoyed that. And we went then to Franny's, downtown Prescott. If you're ever there, Franny's, you got to go to Franny's. And I had a pitaya bowl, and that was tropical, so it had bananas and coconut and mangoes and pineapple in it, and granola. It was so good. And then we walked around downtown, the court area, because they had a big, I don't know what you call it, vendor show with everything to do with dogs and animals and cats, and every dog was out, and it was just fun to see all the dogs and all the things they sell for dogs and people with dogs, So that was fun. And then we went from there to Best Buy to look for a few things, which we didn't find, and then Costco, which, you always find things you need. And then we went out to Chipotle and had a veggie bowl and came home. So one of the things we did buy, which we'll see how it goes, is an ice maker, because we are going through a lot of ice. When you drink smoothies and you make iced tea, basically sun tea, it's warm, ice. ice. So we'll see what happens. But I'm enjoying my time here. And yeah, I'm enjoying it. I'll look forward to moving on, but there's still more adventures to happen in another week. So stay tuned.